Most of you who are watching this video will know that we have 8 children. They weren't always the civilized, grown-up people that they are today, but they were pretty good. They were pretty good. They knew their names, they knew their address, they knew their phone number. If ever they got lost, that was what they had to remember to tell people, right? Well, so much for good planning. One day, probably late November, early December, my father and I decided that it would be fun to take the children down to Eaton's, which had a big Santa Claus thing on. So we were going to take them down to do a bit of shopping, have some fun, and all that. We were youngish parents and we were out of our minds, let's put it that way. So we end up in the basement of Eaton's, which is definitely a sort of Santa Claus arrangement with all kinds of toys and everything around. Very exciting. And you spend a lot of time, if you have a lot of kids, you spend quite some time counting heads to make sure that everybody's there. And on one of the counts, Danielle, aged probably about 3 or 4, was missing. We didn't know where she was. Panic set in. So we asked around and asked around and asked the staff, and really it was very scary. And they said that there was a ladies' room upstairs somewhere, on the second floor perhaps, a sort of ladies' sitting room for people could go and rest while they recovered from Christmas shopping. And maybe somebody had taken her there, if she appeared to be a lost child. So off we went with the remaining kids to the 3rd floor ladies' room. And there was our darling little girl, who knew her name, knew where she lived, knew her phone number, and was perfectly capable of telling people who she was and how she was and everything. And the lady in charge of the room said to me, all she would say to us is that I'm Jill, who lives up the hill. Which wasn't terribly helpful. Then, when we arrived with the remaining children, there was my little boy, who was 15 months or something older than Danielle, and they turned to him and said, oh, aren't you a nice little boy? Well, what's your name? And my dear son looked at them, smiled sweetly, and he said, I'm God.